Hi everyone and welcome to week 6 of Fun at Home English. Today we will see the answers from week 5's book. And then I want to introduce a new book to you, read it together, and then you can answer some questions about that book. Let's go! Let's do the answers to last week's questions about our story. After you fill in your English name, class, and class number, you can see the questions. What is the title of the story? Let's see. The title is Kitty and Dragon. Who is the author of the story? The author is Mika Hashimoto. At the beginning of the story, where does Kitty live? It says, Kitty lives in a barn. It is a very noisy barn. Does she like it there in the barn? No, Kitty does not like noise. So you can say, no. She does not like noise. So, Kitty goes to look for a new home. She will look for a new home, a quiet home. Where does Kitty go first? Kitty goes into a town. And second, Kitty enters a forest. How about third? Kitty comes to a swamp. Fourth, the hills are full of stomping giants. Hills. And last, Kitty arrives at a mountain. She starts to climb up. Who does Kitty see in the forest? Let's go back. Kitty sees fairies. And in the swamp, she sees frogs. How about the hills? The hills are full of giants. Now, who lives in the cave? Ah, it is a dragon. What is it like inside the cave? It is very quiet inside the cave. What does Kitty do inside the cave? Kitty is tired. She takes a nap. That means she sleeps. What does she say to the dragon? She says, "Can I stay here with you?" Dragon gives Kitty some milk. Kitty helps to chase the mice away. In the end, Dragon and Kitty are friends. Today's book is another Kitty and Dragon book. It's called Kitty Gets a Cold. Does that mean Kitty feels cold? No. When you get a cold, you are sick. You will sneeze and have a blocked nose. The author of this story is Mika Hashimoto, and the illustrator is Gillian Reed. Let's read the story together. One morning, Dragon goes outside. The sky is blue. The wind is blowing. It is the perfect day to fly a kite. Dragon finds his kite. He waits for Kitty to wake up. When Kitty opens her eyes, she groans. My nose is stuffy, she tells Dragon. My throat hurts. My head. Achoo! I have a cold, Kitty says. I cannot fly a kite. I need to be alone so I can rest. Kitty closes her eyes. She falls asleep. Dragon tries to fly his kite all by himself. But it is no fun without Kitty. Dragon has an idea. He will help Kitty get better. He goes to his library. He reads books about taking care of kitties who have colds. When he is done reading, Dragon knows what to do. Dragon goes to the kitchen. He boils water. He pours it into a big cup. He adds a tea bag. He stirs in honey. Dragon puts a cup of hot tea next to Kitty. Kitty drinks the tea. It soothes her sore throat. She goes back to sleep. Dragon makes soup for Kitty. He chops onions, garlic, carrots, and celery. He cooks them in a pot. He adds broth. Dragon stirs in fish and herbs. Finally, he adds some noodles. He simmers the soup until the noodles are done. Dragon ladles the soup into a bowl. Dragon puts the bowl of soup next to Kitty. Kitty eats the soup. It warms her tummy. She goes back to sleep. Dragon looks for sewing supplies. He digs for a bag of fabric. Dragon watches his crystal ball to learn how to quilt. Next, we thread the needle. Dragon begins to sew for the first time. Dragon is not happy with his first try. It does not look quite right. He pulls out the thread. He starts again. When he is done, Dragon has a blanket. It looks a little strange, but it is very warm. Dragon puts the blanket over Kitty. He is careful not to wake her. Kitty sleeps all night. In the morning, Kitty wakes up. She stretches her legs. She clears her throat. I feel better, she says, "Thank you for the hot tea. Thank you for the fish noodle soup. Thank you for the warm blanket." Dragon smiles. He gives Kitty the kite. Together, Dragon and Kitty fly the kite in the sunny, windy sky. Ha, ha, achoo! Now Kitty reads the book, Caring for Dragons with Colds. The end. Now that we've finished reading the book, let's answer some questions about it. Firstly, you need to tell me, what is your English name, which class are you in, and what is your class number? Let's look at the questions. What is the title of this week's story? Who is the author, the writer of the story? Who is the illustrator? That means the one who draws the pictures. At the beginning of the story, Dragon goes outside. What is the weather like? What does Dragon want to do with Kitty? How does Kitty feel? What does Kitty want to do? What is Dragon's idea? What does Dragon read books about? What does Dragon make for Kitty to drink? What does Dragon make for Kitty to eat? What does Dragon sew for Kitty? How does Kitty feel in the morning? What does Kitty say to Dragon? What do Dragon and Kitty do together? And what happens in the end? Do you like this story? Tell me why or why not. See you next week. Bye-bye.